Welcome back to another episode of the College Baseball Show, your Just Baseball college baseball show. I'm one of your co-hosts, Will Massa. Jared has relinquished host duties tonight, so I'm taking over. But Jared is still in the booth. He's in a hotel. We've got Mark Garland and we've got Jason as always. So we've got a pretty special episode. You know, there's not a lot of hot news so far, so we have come up with a pretty special idea. First, we're going to jump into some quick news. Jay Johnson with the extension. One of the best coaches in the game. It's as simple as that. He's well deserving of the extension and has become the highest paid coach in college baseball. I don't know if I have anything more than well deserved. I mean, he's won national championships, obviously with last year's and then the Skeens year in 2023. So I think there's more on the way. It's definitely not done. I think we're slowly witnessing a LSU dynasty over these couple of years. And it's just, I'm curious to see how long it goes on for, because it feels like there's no stopping in sight.
He's done exactly what LSU fans were hoping for forever. Like, that's the LSU team that they always projected that they'd have since the 80s. And now they have the coach that's going to run it like that. They can't be any happier. There's no reason why he's not the highest paid coach in college baseball.
Yeah. I mean, like, we talked about it on multiple podcasts last year about like how, they have so much talent. Like, will they figure out where these guys play? It's like Jay figures out where these guys are going to go every single year. Like, I was like, I'm thinking about the past podcast where I kept going, it's LSU going to figure it out. Like, they're having some issues during midseason. Like, they hit a bump in the road. It's because they haven't figured out who their Sunday guy is going to be. Well, they figured it out with Case and Evans, and like everything was fine. Like, it's just like they have so much talent, and Jay figures out how to utilize guys. And like, even think about Ethan Fry wasn't starting, and like maybe Jay made a mistake by not starting that guy from the beginning of the year, but like still wound up being a high draft pick and started just torching baseballs at the end of the season. Jay has a good staff underneath him. He's a leader from the top, and he brings in the right people to join his staff that really help develop these guys and put them on the right path. Hey,
Jason, thoughts?
Yeah. No, I thought you guys were saying it well. I mean, frankly, it just kind of just feels like he can effectively not put it on autopilot, because he's not going to, but he could if he wanted to, because with the way the portal is, there is no repair. It's always just reload. Like, everything is going to be, we lost, Bear Jones, we lost Fry, we lost a lot of our pitching from our run. It doesn't matter. Like, they're just going to bring in elite players, and they're going to be right back to where they were. So, I mean, I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. Like, do I foresee them maybe being the number one seed, come selection show? Probably not. But do I see them being, a top 8 seed? Yeah, absolutely. Because they're just able to effectively just plug and chug players and really create a system that produces Major League Baseball players. And that's what a lot of these guys are looking for.
Yeah. And I was going to also say, we have Mark Garland now on the show, just in case, new face. You guys should say hi to him. We have signed him to a $3 million a year contract as well. So that's how we got Mark.
Looks like Jared was one of the winner of the Powerball. So that's nice.
I didn't tell you.
Keep passing that along. That would be lovely.
The moment I hit the transfer portal, Jared was in my DMs. We'll just say that.
Okay.
We were ready to go. We were hitting that early. So
yeah, we got some NIL deals working. So.
Well, that's really all we have for news on this week, since we're just so early into fall ball. We don't have fall camp reports yet. So we thought we'd spice things up this week, and we are going to be doing a college baseball fantasy draft specifically from players of the 2025 season. We argued for a long time tonight trying to figure out how many players, how many spots, all of that good stuff. And we settled on 13 players, including a utility player, 3 starting pitchers, and a relief pitcher. It's going to be a snake draft. I didn't rig it, so even though I'm hosting tonight, I do have the first overall pick. Blame Jared, not myself. So
blame ChatGPT. Okay.
Yeah, there might be some fishy activity, but I've got to kick it off, and I've got to go chalk here. I know Jason saw it coming. Give me Roch Cholowsky of UCLA. He's coming back. He's going to be my shortstop. OPS 1.190 with 74 RBIs, 23 home runs, 20 doubles. I mean, he's a 5-tool guy. I know defense doesn't pay in fantasy, but he truly is a 5-tool player. The swing is unbelievable. He's got some really good pop. And I know he struggled a little bit with Team USA, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, I think he's just going to take another step forward in 2026, and that production is going to grow even more for a UCLA team that is certainly an early favorite for Omaha.
So I'm just going to make some comments here, two fun comments. One is you mentioned that he struggled at Team USA. So he actually had, I think it was I counted him up, 84 at-bats between Team USA and last year against Power 5 teams that went to the NCAA tournament. 84 at-bats. He hit 202 in those 84 at-bats. Do I think he's got a ton of talent? Yes. Do I think what some individuals, kind of like an Avar Ket, were able to take advantage of, put up some pretty crazy numbers against, kind of teams that really you should be putting up crazy numbers against. You look at the guys who were drafted this year, there are only 5 players in the first round and the competitive rounds that have above an 800 OPS, and 4 of them are from the ACC, the Big 12, and the SEC. The 5th one's a high school player. So, I mean, it basically, like, I think you can put up crazy numbers, but I don't know if it'll translate. There's my hot take on Roch Cholowsky. I'm sure everyone will tell me I'm wrong, but that's my hot
I like it. However, I will say he plays in the Big Ten. So how many tournament teams are in the Big Ten anyways? Take that. I'll take my odds.
3, I think. Yeah. So
I'll take my
but
odds.
again, that's why I included the non-con against like Arizona State, all his games against USC, which was in the Big Ten, his games versus Nebraska, his games versus Oregon, all of his games versus Japan. So this wasn't just a small sample size. It's about a third of a season. But I mean, I think you'd be silly not to have this guy as like an hour pseudo draft up there. But for me, I don't know. I just don't know if this guy's the one that's kind of been pushed all over the place.
Who are you taking then if he's
that's fair. Well, yeah, not to spare you from any judgment, but it is your turn.
No, this is nice. This is nice for me. So I'm going to go with Daniel Cuvée out of Miami, Florida. Yep. So we had this guy as the number 6 player, regardless of position, last year in terms of run created efficiency. So you're talking about a guy who has above a 700 slug. He had a near 1,200 OPS and a very talented ACC. He's got over 40 home runs in his 2 years. And I think Miami, if they're going to take a jump, he's going to be a big part of it. So yeah, this is my number 1, and I know we said max 3 players not returning. I'm just gonna go all players returning because
I'll be doing the same.
I completely forgot the rules, and that's how I started creating my draft process. So that's where I'm going.
I mean, if you didn't take Cuvée, I had him listed as my number 1 pick. I didn't know you were gonna go that way right away. It's easy. I mean, he's a great player, and you can slot him right in at third base in our draft. Like that's tough. That's tough to take right there.
Yeah.
Mark, you are on the clock.
I'm going with a transfer player, Chris Hakopian. I've seen him 2 years at Maryland. Tremendous talent. Shortstop is what he's listed at. He's going to be at A&M this year. The guy is a 400 hitter with 20 home runs just waiting to happen at Texas A&M. Now, do I think that the numbers are going to translate exactly over from Maryland? I don't think they exactly translate again, Big Ten versus SEC. But this guy has all the talent in the world. I am big on Hakopian. I saw him up at University of Portland as a freshman, and he hit a ball. I don't know if it's come down yet. I tried to get to my house in Bend from Portland. So the dude is super talented. I'm excited for the guy. Chris is my number 1 pick.
Man, you just sniped me. I was so excited to take Chris Hakopian. I get back-to-back picks here. This is exciting. Now, the question is, do I go 2 hitters or take a pitcher and a hitter? That's a real question here.
You got 2 minutes. I mean, you technically have 4 minutes.
I do. You can stretch this out for your 2 picks. You don't have to be immediate.
I'm just going to start a stopwatch here and just not say anything for the next 3 minutes and 59 seconds.
I think Hakopian's going to go bananas.
Yeah.
Station. And I think that's another one of my hot takes. Yeah, I don't think it's really a hot take. I think Texas A&M is going to be pretty good next year. I think it's almost going to be an inverse of last year. Everyone thought the world, and it just didn't really happen. I think this year, teams are kind of sleeping on them. I think they've got an incredibly talented roster. I really like A&M.
And not a ton of offseason hype like last year where they had all this pressure and everything on them, right? Like this year, they're kind of going under the radar. A lot of other SEC teams did big things. So you look at him and go, okay. But getting Chris, I mean, that's a huge addition to that team that's already talented. I look forward to seeing A&M this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we talked so extensively last year with first-year head coach, super high expectations. It's kind of like you had one of two options. It was either it was going to happen or the world was going to burn, and it kind of just flipped onto that. And it's an unfortunate situation for a year one in Michael Early, but he's so unbelievably good at what he does in hitting development. I have no doubt that things are going to start to flip in year two, especially with a little bit of the pressure hanging off, and it feels like a lot of people are off his neck a little bit, whereas last year it was nonstop. And you probably get to take a breath away and in an environment where you really don't get that much space anyways, because the expectations every year are high. So I'm excited for you to year two of the Early era over in College Station as well.
I love it. Am I up? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
You're up twice in a row.
I think I am going to go with, for the first pick, outfielder Drew Burress out of Georgia Tech. This is a guy I think could be the 1-1 pick. I know our rankings have AJ Gracia above him as well, but he's a guy that just continues to kind of buck the trend. He had the whole, his size, that's why he wasn't drafted high out of high school. Same thing when he got to college. He had success, and everybody's like, he's small. But you look at the underlying data, it's incredible. He hits the ball hard. He's got a 92% contact rate on heaters. He does everything right, plays athletic center field. This Georgia Tech team is going to be absolutely stacked and loaded, and Drew Burress being successful and having a really great year like he has the last 2 years, that's the reason why they're going to be good next year. And so I'm taking Drew Burress.
I like it. What's number two?
Also, 25 home runs his freshman year, by the way.
Nice.
I'm going with right-handed pitcher Cameron Flukey out of Coastal Carolina.
Oh.
So I'm taking my ace. He's an SP1. He's probably the best pitcher for the 2026 MLB draft as of now. Absolutely dominated LSU, even though they still lost in the postseason. Pitched really well in that game. He's just absolutely to me, there's kind of a fall off and a drop off after Cam Flukey on the arms. Because you look at the guys that are kind of behind him in terms of draft stature, and it's just like Liam Peterson and Jackson Flora. Both are good, but both have kind of their warts. I think Cameron Flukey's right now by none my favorite arm in the college baseball next year.
Yeah, I mean, if you're taking a guy that coming back and all the talent he had last year, and even the teams he faces, unfortunately, it's going to boost his stats. He's going to have a huge stat season, and being a top 10 pick most likely next season. That's pretty easy pick if you're going to go with the starting pitcher this early. There's just so many starting pitchers, so I didn't want to take one yet. So that's why I was like, I got someone that can line back.
I know who you're looking at.
Oh, okay. This is tough because I could go a couple directions here. But I think that what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take AJ Gracia off the board right now. Going over to Virginia, the guy's going to be super talented. He's going to be a top 10 pick. All the talent in the world coming from Duke, 2 tremendous seasons. I really like what I see there. And honestly, not a ton of outfielders returning this season that are going to really impress me a whole lot. And he's one of those guys that just does it for me across the numbers and the type of player he is and the type of guy he is. I really look forward to seeing what he does this next season here.
I love it. I think he gets overlooked a lot just because he had such a slow start to the year last year. But that left-handed swing, man, it's like Barry Bonds-esque. It's one of the most beautiful left-handed swings.
And he does a lot of things right. It's not just what he does at the plate. He does a lot of things right in baseball. He's a good baseball mind, high IQ. I really like what he brings to the table. So welcome to the squad.
I dig it.
It'll be fun to see what he does at a giant stadium up there in Virginia. Because, Cavaliers are known for having one of the biggest ballparks in the country. So I'm sure he won't have any issues with it, but it's definitely something to think about. For me, I'm going to continue my fun. And frankly, I think this is a player that we had rated way too low from a portal perspective and a guy who went absolutely crazy in the Cape, and it's Carson Tinney. So in my opinion, one of the least heralded players last year. And I don't know if it's because he played for, Notre Dame. It just didn't get a lot of eyeballs from a TV perspective, but I don't think that's going to be an issue this year when he's playing for Texas. So I think my team's going to hit a lot of bombs, and Carson Tenney is absolutely going to be providing support in that aspect. So my catcher spot is now completely taken care of, as Mr. Tenney will be hitting bombs.
I love it.
I love it.
Question is, did he take the best catcher off the board? Who knows?
Yeah,
Just
I know the yellow jacket and the Razorback you're thinking of, but I still think that I really like Carson Tenney, and it just feels like he's going to take over that role of that big bomber that it feels like Texas kind of puts out every single year.
I love it. No, I think it's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one. I have my 2 picks prepared.
All right.
Having back-to-back picks allows me for a little extra time. I'm going to head to the SEC. I'm actually going to fill my utility spot here. Give me Justin LeBron. Give me Justin
in the
LeBron.
utility.
Yep. Well, I've got
he's
Roch
already got a
at
shortstop.
Yeah, I've already got a shortstop. So we're going 2 shortstops. We're filling the middle of the field.
Hey,
put up a
nothing wrong with
1.05
that.
a 1.058 OPS last year, 72 RBIs, 18 home runs. I believe it took him like 2 months to surpass his 2024 freshman total. I mean, this is a guy that every single year has just taken leaps and bounds in his development and has gotten stronger, and he's just a freak athlete. In my opinion, he's one of the most, if not the most fun shortstop to watch in all of the country. So I'm really excited to watch him in year 3, and he's going to be one of those guys that gets off the board really early next year, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, through April, I had him as a 1-1 candidate, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
and he could still get right back there. He fell off a little bit in May, but man, he was crushing it and leading an Alabama squad that most people did not feel was going to be that good last year. And he took care of that and just led that team also in the locker room. I love it.
He had like 50 RBIs in the non-con. It was ridiculous. Like, it was
nuts.
absolutely ridiculous. I think that's a pretty good pick.
I'm going to back it up with filling my ace spot as well. We're going to the West Coast. Give me sophomore Dax Whitney from
Knew that
Oregon
was
State.
coming.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
one of
a
my
good pick.
favorite arms. One of my favorite
Oh,
arms from 2025.
What do we put him
point-
as? Is he independent?
Independent.
He is technically
Okay.
independent. You
All right.
can throw him into the mid-major category if you really want to, but give me the
That's what I'm
independent.
doing. That's what I'm doing.
76 innings pitched last year, 120 strikeouts, ridiculous fastball, maybe one of the best fastballs in the country other than Flukey, nasty off speed. Postseason baseball, not a problem for him. He was so unbelievably impressive. And if you never saw his high school stats after his senior season coming into 2025, he had like 1 earned run in 40 some odd innings with like 130 strikeouts. It was stupid. So I was really excited to watch him when he got there, and he didn't even disappoint a little bit. Like, it's one of those things where you almost question how pro organizations allowed him to get to campus when you watch him pitch. It's unbelievable what he is doing. And I think he's just going to continually get better. And he's honestly, I think he's first pitcher off the board in 2027. So I think he's just going to continue on that trajectory. And it is such a fun arm to watch. So give me Dax Whitney as my ace.
One of the best follows on Twitter is the Damn Analytics Squad for Oregon State. It is so fun. You don't even need to watch their games. You can just watch that Twitter when he's pitching, and all it is just like his metrics for every strikeout, and they're ridiculous. Like, they're the type of metrics that even a pro team would be like, this is upper echelon for our team. And as you said, like, how did he get to campus? Because he was doing that day one. This wasn't like some sort of progression. He was doing this day one.
I'll say I got a text message, and obviously, everybody was pumped. Travis goes 1-1. OSU fans are thrilled. After the first round ends, I get a text message, and then you see the team start to celebrate because they had heard Dax is coming to campus after the first round. And I'm like, how did that happen? And then I see him in October against Gonzaga up here in Bend, and I watched his bullpen. I'm like, how did MLB teams just not even – what did they do? Because he was throwing 4 pitches for strikes as not even a full freshman did. He was going into his freshman season in October. And I was like, this guy's going to be tremendous. He was not the Friday night starter until postseason. And then he comes out and dominates. And it's like, well, this is just not a surprise for people that have watched him all season. But my goodness, what an arm. What an arm. I thought I had a couple more picks there, Will. You took him before I got to him.
I remember when the selection show came out and everyone was like, oh, TCU, like, they're going to be pissed. And I was like, they're probably going to go up against Dax Whitney game 2. Now, I thought it was going to be in the 1-0 game for both of them, but it was in the 0-1 game. And I mean, they kind of got screwed because they went up against one of the best pitchers in the country. Great pick. I like that one a lot. Okay, so I am going to jump into the Big 12. I will take the first Big 12 pick here. And this is a fun one because he used to be a JUCO killer as well. Again, we're going for bombers. So we are going for Brady Ballinger out of Ballinger.
Damn it.
I'm phonetically terrible.
That was going to be one of mine.
I don't care. That's why I picked Fred. I'm sorry. So again, like you're talking about a guy with production, a guy with pop. He was batting from the left side. I think he's from Vegas, so he's kind of in that Vegas kind of like mold. So, I mean, honestly, this is a guy that I'm really excited about. I saw Kansas put out a tweet that was like, he's going Oppo now. Look out. So if he starts to pull in some Oppo power as well, I think 20 home runs is pretty easily obtainable for this guy. So I feel like I've already got 3 20 home run guys on my team. So you guys really need to start to catch up. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Is home runs the only identifier of how good your team is going to be?
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
It's
Though.
long ball or nothing.
Chicks dig the
home
long
runs
ball.
is-
Chicks dig the long ball. Like
I actually
we don't
love that.
If it's 15-14, that means we won the game, Jared. So I don't care about pitching. All right.
He hit a home run in Arlington when I was down there for the Big 12 tournament, and the power with him is just crazy. But he's got a really good eye at the plate. Like he's got really, really good plate discipline. I was really impressed with him this season, and really was kind of knocking on the door for Big 12 Player of the Year. He got edged out, but he was one of my personal favorites in the Big 12 last year. I really like that pick.
Jason
Another
asks,
700 slug guy. All I'm looking for is like 650 and above slug. Like if you're not averaging at least a half a base, like I don't even want to see your name. That's where I'm at.
Jason, ask Maryland how having just home run hitters and no pitching went last year.
Well, I mean, one of those guys who you're dogging on right now, I think was selected number 3 overall. So you can't talk about the piece and blame the pie. Like I'm only talking about pieces here. All right.
Hollis Porter can hit balls 500 feet, but he does strike
He's
out
at
a lot.
Texas Tech now.
I know he is.
Okay.
He's going to hit 270, but with 200 home runs. So he'll be just fine. Oh, all right. Well, as we talked about, one of those teams that did get hot last season, I'm going to take a Big 12 pitcher, Tommy Lepore. Listen, what he did for TCU and down the stretch, and what I think he's going to be this season, leads me to believe that he could be, not only the pitcher of the year, he could be up there for player of the year. That's how good I think he could be for TCU. One of the reasons why I have them in my early Omaha 8 is because of Tommy. I'm really big on him this year. I think that he's going to step up and be an ace for this team for more than just the back half of that season. I'm really looking forward to what Tommy does, and I think this is a big breakout season for him, so he's going to be my ace.
I love that.
That was one of my picks. I was gonna actually take him at the turn. I love. He's also a psychopath. Have you seen the videos of him like crushing energy drink? He is so much fun to watch, and the stuff is electric. He's a really good arm, and yeah, you're spot on with your TCU analysis. They bring back so much for next year. It's hard not to like that team.
You're early preseason national champion, right, Will?
Yeah, correct.
I dig it. Am I up now?
We're on to you, Jared. Back-to-back picks.
I'm going to join the homer party with Jason here and take Ace Reese, third baseman out of Mississippi State. I just think this dude is an absolute masher. Saw him in the SEC tournament. Absolutely impressive. Like he is going to be the heart of this Mississippi State lineup for Brian O'Connor, who now Ace Reese will also have guys like Aiden Teal, James Nunnally around him to be table setters and kind of get this offense going. Really, really love Ace Reese.
So a little peek behind the scenes. There was a lot of smoke that I'm sure everyone saw that Ace Reese was hitting the portal, and that smoke was due to fire. But kudos to Mississippi State for kind of bringing him back into the fold because there was a very legitimate chance that he was going to be entering the portal there on one of the last days. So
he was more than a foot out the door.
Yeah, that was one of those stories that didn't happen, but did happen. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
makes sense. Now I got to figure out my second pick here. I got 2 minutes. I'm torn between 2 guys.
Yeah,
because I know
that's the tough thing. You only get to 3 from each conference, And you got to take these guys in the
We're all
correct order
doing
and go get
good. I mean,
certain players.
everybody's
We are
still
doing
doing
good.
ones. No one has
Yeah.
doubled up on a conference yet. I will say Will is the only Big Ten player. Mark, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna be pulling from the Big Ten pretty early. I'm a little disappointed in you.
I was hoping that my
I guess
Big
Oregon
Ten
State's
knowledge-
independent, so maybe it's like
Does that count as mid-major?
Yeah, mid-major.
I
Sort
did put
of.
it under mid-major, but I mean, I could count it as independent. But I mean, are you going to put 4 Beavers on your team? I mean, so I'm going to put it as mid-major.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to skip this first guy and actually follow the TCU route and take Sawyer Strasnyder and round out that outfield.
Nice. Are we? Yeah, I was about to say, are we okay? Round out the outfield.
Well, I got one
You got
more
one
to
more,
go.
right?
Yeah. I just think Mark mentioned this in his early Omaha 8, but he's a guy who could potentially hit 400. I just think the profile is unbelievably good. I don't know. He's going to make some noise, I think, this year, especially if he gets into some more power to be a top 5 pick in the MLB draft.
There's a good chance that his body style, he puts on 10, 15 pounds this offseason. Look out. I mean, there's huge potential there for Sawyer. I like that pick a lot. That's a tough one. I was hoping I was going to get him on the backside here. Trying to round out my big.
Well, now I get to watch you guys snipe every guy that I want because I have to wait.
Mark, what were your picks
6
again? For some reason, I only have 2 picks for you, Mark.
I have Chris Akopian, AJ Gracia, and Tommy Lepore.
Tommy Laporte, I'm an idiot. All right, continue.
Oh man, so many options here.
It gets harder. Like like the first guys in the first round, and then you're like, ooh, could go many routes here.
Oh, I already know who my next pick is, and if you take him, I'm gonna be pissed.
Did he also hit 25 home runs last year?
He's gonna hit nukes. My team is gonna hit nukes, and this guy will add to the nuke collection.
Did you just sort by like home run leaders on your thing, and then you're like, I'm going with
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna go with a little bit of my West Coast flair here in a guy that I think is gonna have a massive season, transfer player, Eddie Madrigal, St. Mary's to Auburn.
nice. I like
20
that
home
one
runs a
lot.
season ago, nearly a 400 hitter,
That's a
left-handed
good
swing.
pick.
He is very, very talented. Kind of went under the radar being out there. St. Mary's just was very consistent throughout the whole season. Huge pickup for Auburn. I think most people around the country thought he's just going to go to Oregon State, like his cousin did. He's just going to go there after this season, especially playing in the regional up there. Auburn makes a huge effort, goes out and gets this guy. I am big on Eddie Madrigal, and I like where his game is at, and I think that he translates to Auburn and just fits right in with Butch Thompson.
Is he going first base or utility for you?
I put first base.
I put him at first base.
Yeah.
Because he's going to play first there. He played a little bit of outfield last year, but I think that his move at the next level is definitely first base.
Nice. I like that pick. That dude mashed. No one talked about him, and he was like nutso in the playoffs too.
Yeah. I use St. Mary's. I mean, nothing against St. Mary's. I mean, again, like it's hard for baseball just because really you're talking about maybe 30 programs get like mentioned on like a nightly basis on some of the like some other entities. So sometimes they just don't really get the voice that they really should get. Okay, so this is an easy one for me, and this guy is going to go absolutely nuts for the Tennessee Volunteers. It is Henry Ford, who will be playing right field for my team. And I know you're all saying like, shit, why didn't I think of him? I don't know why y'all didn't think of him, honestly, because again, we're looking at another 20 home run player. Just look what happened to Andrew Fisher. When you can hit a ball 40-degree launch angle at 85 exit velo and it goes out to right field in Tennessee, you're going to hit a lot of bombs. What did we just talk about with Virginia with AJ Gracia? Big park. He was doing this at a big park. What is he going to do in a bounce house when it's 390 to center and he hits a pop-up to center field and it goes out? I'm just saying this guy, there's a reason why he turned down that Ford round grade, because I think he's going to be a first to second round. He's going to take his NIL, combine it with that, and make a lot more money than he would have if he stayed in the draft. So Henry Ford will be playing right field for me, and we will be hitting jacks. I'm done.
The big thing I'm curious about with Henry Ford is
Nope.
No, in a good way.
Okay.
Because like he made an adjustment last year, right? And the approach got better, right? But the power took a dip. I'm wondering if Tennessee can get him to continue that same approach but get the power back. And if they can do that, man, like you said, he's going to be an absolute destroyer in the SEC.
I mean, you're talking about probably the best hitting coach for a head coach in Vitello. If there's anything that program does, is it produces exit velocities. Like I remember watching them in 2023, and it was Arlington, and I was texting another coach from the SEC, and this was before, I think they were ranked like 18th or something. This was before kind of they took off, and I said every single player on that team was hitting the ball 105 plus, just every single at bat, every single player, and it translated again to 2024 and 2025, and I don't see an issue with it again in 2026. So, to me, that was one of the best marriages of the portal, like player style, location, program, coach. That felt like kind of a perfect fit.
I love it.
And the swing and miss numbers went down last year, and like you said, it was more contact. He could get right back into those power numbers. I think he gets more comfortable with his swing now, and in that ballpark, man, he could be huge. 25 maybe.
Lock Jason in for 100 home runs already.
I have 100. You could. I mean, my 4 guys right now, we're hitting at least 90. Like 90 is like our floor for this group. So I'm feeling pretty solid right now.
I dig it.
You should.
Who's up next?
I've got back to back here. I've got back to back here. Got sniped twice in that round, so had to do some quick digging here. But I've got my 2 picks. We're gonna start filling out my outfield. First off, we're going to go former Dayton Flyer, now Duke Blue Devil, Michael DiMartini, outfielder.
Love it.
1.150 OPS last year, 37 bags, 14 bombs, 65 RBI. Just an electric player at Dayton last year. I'm really excited to see what he does in the new Duke
position. I'm sorry,
outfield.
Okay, I should know that, but I'm trying to look at my next pick as well.
A guy that I just really liked watching last year, so I'm excited about him coming into Duke and see what he can do in the ACC.
It'll be interesting to see if the swing translates to ACC, right? Like Dayton, I know we talk about this all the time. The mid majors, they put up some big numbers, but I really liked his swing. And there was talks of him going to a lot of big programs that needed some offense from an outfielder. Big get for Duke, honestly, to go out and go get him in the portal. I like him a lot. I think that his swing is really, really good, and I think it will translate in the ACC play.
Yeah, a guy I'd be surprised is picked in this group, but I think Cider Cannon is also a really good pickup, kind of in that same mold. I think both of those guys are really going to make a lot of noise, be a good first year for Moose. Okay, so
now I got one more. You wait your turn.
All right, you
jumping the gun over there.
He's got his next 25 home run guy. He's ready to add.
He does. My guy is not a 25 home run guy. However, I am sticking in the mid majors. Give me senior outfielder from Northeastern University. Harrison Feinberg hit 18 home runs last year, 67 RBIs, hit 367 with a 715 slug. He's going to be the staple of that offense this year for Mike Glavin and co. And it seems like every year they've just had a staple outfielder that they've built the team around. 2 years ago it was Mike Sirota. Last year, Cam Maldonado. This year you have Harrison Feinberg. So, are they a 45-win team again this year? Probably not. Graduated some pitching, but this team is always really, really good. They're always right up there in the CAA, which, by the way, criminally underrated mid-major conference. The CAA is extremely good every single year. I think Feinberg is primed for another really big year, so put him in my outfield as well.
Did you just lock up all your mid majors?
Yep. I love mid majors. You knew what this was.
Smart. That was a good play. Give me a second. I gotta think on this next one. I don't wanna jump the gun.
I thought you had them all locked in and ready.
I know.
And you don't want to put yourself in a bad position, though. So I get you, Jason. You don't want to put yourself in a bad spot where you're locked in later.
Give me a second. Just give me a second. I will feel good about myself. Just give me a moment. Goodness. I don't have a shortstop yet.
I don't either.
And 3 have been taken.
Yeah,
I know.
Will over there just throwing LeBron into a utility spot. Who does that?
He's not even going to see defense.
Wait, let me check. Let me check one more thing. 1 second. I've got so much time. The clock has been running forever. This guy doesn't hit bombs. I need to rethink my thought process.
Is there a shortstop out there that like dropped 20 plus?
Oh,
Justin
we should
LeBron.
see. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh yeah, LeBron. Yeah, you cheater. Minimum 15 home runs. Okay, but they need to play shortstop. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yes, and will this be my last? It'll be my last SEC, but I'm just gonna have fun with it. Micah New, old Marshall Hurd. I know he doesn't play shortstop anymore. He will be in the outfield for me. But you're talking about the hitting champion and the Cape Cod this year. The Razorbacks are going to – I had to put a Razorback on my team. So this feels like kind of the best marriage of all worlds. So you've got a guy who won the Cape Cod home run champ. I think he ended up being the batting champ, if I remember correctly. He went crazy at Marshall. I think his last 25 or 30 games, he hit 25 home runs, something absolutely stupid. So he started off a little slow for Marshall. And then if like you take his like 10 to 15 games in the Cape, or I can't remember however many, it's more than that. I think it's like 30.
Yeah.
And then you add like his last like 20 games, he hit, I think it was close to 30 home runs in that group of games. So whatever he's found, it's gone a little crazy. A lot of really good noise coming out of Fayetteville so far in him in fall ball. So this may be a smidgen of a stretch for me. I think I just, maybe jumped the gun a little bit there. But when you filter for bombs and he pops up and you're a Razorback fan, you kind of just have to jump at it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm sure I'm going to be judged for this one later, but I'm excited about it for right now.
I'm already judging you, so it's okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I'm not. The reports out of fall camp already are that this Arkansas team can hit, and he's one of those guys. Like it's crazy. You're looking at a team that might be different than their approach ever, where they're always pitching defense and figuring it out offensively. They're going to be offensive led this year, and he's a big reason. I love that pick. I don't think he hits 25 in Arkansas.
No. Give me 12 to 15.
I like him at 15. I'm okay with that. I like that number.
Yeah,
I think that he really will be really good, and he's athletic. Former shortstop, dude's going to play well out there. I like that fit.
Exactly.
All right. I'm going to go a position that I feel. I'm trying to do this like strategically, where I think that I'm going to see guys that are in spots that might be a little thinner than we've looked at in the past. Give me Jaron Advincula. I like his transfer over to Georgia Tech this year from Cal. I got to see him up close and personal and interview him. Great young man. I think that he takes another step forward. I think his swing, his defense, what he brings to that club is a big reason why I have Georgia Tech possibly as my number one team going into next season already. I love this Georgia Tech team, and you're adding in a dude that can play a tremendous second base for you in a position that's not as full as it was last season. So I'm taking Jaron.
I was wondering if you were going to put him at second or short. Okay,
second. Yep.
Don't judge my spelling if you're looking at the spreadsheet. Don't judge. I'm a horrible speller. And I am. Will is out of mid majors, and I am out of SEC. We created this rule because I said I want SEC not to be in there, and like 3 of my first 5 picks were SEC.
Will was like, "What's the SEC?" Yeah. Will was like, "Is the SEC even a conference?" I don't know.
I might only end with one.
I am gonna go with a first baseman out of the University of Florida, Brendan Lawson. I'm gonna put him in there.
Pick.
He went absolutely crazy in the Cape this summer. To me, when I saw him in the MLB draft league as a prep guy, I thought he was for sure going to get picked by somebody. It was one of the best hit tools I had seen in the entire draft league, and he was like a 18-year-old taking on like college draft guys. Out of Canada, really impressive. He absolutely tore it up as a freshman. I don't even know if he ends up as a first baseman at the next level. There was like nowhere else to play him at Florida. I think he could potentially be a third baseman in the future. I just really, really like what he did with the Gators, and I'm looking forward to that next step of it, his development.
Yeah, he's a guy you look at probably corner infielder, maybe corner outfielder too, just kind of depends. But Florida just doesn't have anywhere to put him. They have a need at first.
Yep.
So stick him there, let him hit, let him rake this year. I like that pick.
And he's hitting 25 bombs next year. So I'm mad in it. Then I'm finally going to take my shortstop. I'm going to take Maddox Maloney out of Oregon. I haven't gone a Big Ten guy. This is a guy I think jumps into the top 10 for the draft next year. Just absolutely tore the cover off the ball in his, was it sophomore year last year, Mark?
Yeah,
I think, yeah. I saw him against Maryland, and it was just impressive every time he was out there. I was making things happen for the team. Kind of a two-hole guy that you expect to be a kind of a run producer, but also a guy who can get things started for the middle of the lineup. Really like that Oregon team overall again next year, and I just think he's going to be a dude.
He's going to be a dude. I mean, he's going to take a huge step forward, and he was already good last season. He was good and productive his freshman season.
Yeah.
Local kid, man. They're super pumped to have him, and a good young man too. I've met him many times. Of course, Oregon, is only 2.5 hours away from my house, so I get to go see them all the time.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Kind of shocks me. I was hoping to steal him maybe as a utility player. So, but the shortstop again, we've run through a lot of those guys already. So
there's not any power hitting type shortstops left.
No.
Like Maloney's the last dude. I think he hit 15 last year, and he's still not even a power hitting shortstop.
What do you
No,
think?
but he's a guy that could hit 20.
Now?
What's that?
What do you think I'm searching for right now?
Just take Tyler Bell and like it. All right. So you're gonna have to do.
No, I've got my pick.
He ran out of SEC. Can't.
I know.
I'm gonna sneak in another starting pitcher and a guy who had a huge freshman season and maybe not the best season last year, and it's gonna fill out my ACC pick. So I will be locked on with the ACC. Give me Jason DeCaro from UNC. I think that he's going to have another big step back. This was a guy that was a Friday night ace as a freshman. He kind of fell into that role when Knapp got hurt. And then he came back last season. He wasn't the perfect guy that he was in the past. I think that he takes another step forward. I think that he becomes that ace for this team. I really like his style. I like his slider. I think if he can throw more strikes, that's what kind of got him this year. He got into some trouble when he had to throw the fastball over the plate, and that beat him up a little bit. I really like DeCaro. I'm going with him as my number 2 pitcher.
Very nice. Okay. I am going to go with another portal player from Virginia, but then he left the portal and decided to come back to Virginia. I'm going to go with Eric Becker, who was this time effectively last year. Wait, what? You're muted, Jared. What did you just say?
Damn it.
Damn it is right. Potential first round grade shortstop. I'm excited to see what Pollard and company can do with him. I do think he's going to be, along with AJ Gracia, just the focal point for this offense. And they're going to be putting up some numbers, and I really think he's going to be a part of that process. Big shortstop. I think he's 6'3", something like that, if I remember. He's a big old dude. So I don't know, maybe if they shove him over to third base in the pros, but it seems like he's going to continue playing short because he was the everyday short for Virginia. So that's where I'm going to put him for myself. So we're going to go Eric Becker, and that was my second ACC.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, tall shortstops have become more and more normal. It's an okay thing to be 6'2", 6'3". 6'5" is absurd with Iva, but
I was about to say Arquette was 6'3".
That's an okay size of shortstop, and he still plays the position well. I like Eric Becker. I just, it's going to be interesting to see how he melds with that team and if he can have a bounce back this year.
Duke generally puts up mega numbers. Now they have a much smaller stadium than Virginia, but that offense is generally the thing that was leading the way for them the last 2 years. So, I think that program will. Well, I think he made the right decision to come back to Virginia. So I'm excited to see what he does in 26.
I have my hands full here. Do I get an addendum because Oregon State is not technically a mid-major? That's I get one independent play. All right. Well, I just threw it.
No.
I messed up then.
No. Do it. No.
Oh, okay.
We can add the Pac-12 for you. We'll just pretend Oregon State's in the Pac-12.
Pac-12, Washington State, Oregon State. Yeah. There you
go. Well, if that's the case, and I get my one independent player, give me Jack Oman from Yale, ERA leader in college baseball.
Look at you.
No, I
guys.
want to change the
1.34
rules now.
ERA.
Change it back.
1.34 ERA over 79 innings pitched, 87 strikeouts. My pitching staff is unhittable. It's just
I
Dax
thought he was
Whitney-
going to fall to me.
No, never. I have to pull out all the stops.
It's
And I'm gonna
interesting
go-
because go ahead, go. Sorry.
Oh, I'm going to go back-to-back pitchers here, and I'm going to lock up my closer with the best closer in college baseball. Give me Tony Pluta from the University of Arizona, a 1.46 ERA. Did not allow a earned run after May 1st last year, a 0.946 whip. Absolutely disgusting. He's low 90s, but it looks like it's 105 out of his hand. He's got that big windup. He's over the top, just blows dudes away. I've got my rotation. I've got my closer.
You have one more pitcher, right?
I do have one more spot for it, but I don't even know if it matters who it is at this point.
You don't even have an infield outside of shortstop. You
Two
picked a
of us.
reliever?
Yes, you don't need one. You don't need one.
Tony was.
I'm thinking smart here.
Tony
You
was
picked a
so
reliever, you
good.
don't have an infield?
It was so shocking to see him struggle in Omaha there when he
Yeah.
got the opportunity to pitch in that game, and it was like he was deflated, man. You could just feel it. He was so upset after the game and talking in the locker room. He was just so upset that he let his team down. It's like, guy, you are tremendous. You're a reason why Arizona got to Omaha. Don't beat yourself up that much. But yeah, I like that one. I don't know if he's the best relief pitcher. You can think that, but
I'm standing by it. I've said it before. I'll keep saying it. Best closer in college baseball.
I like
Give
it.
me a second.
Oh, we're back
Jason's
to
looking for a
Jason.
pitcher that also hit 20 home runs last year.
Oh hell no.
Bryce Callaway. Just add it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the best dual threat guys are in the SEC, so I'm a little screwed on that front. Here's a fun one. Here's a fun one. Let me make sure. Okay, do we count guys who like their primary position's right field, but they play second base at least like 10 times? Are we good with that?
Did they actually play it? Then yeah.
No, did they actually played it? It's not like
Yeah, then
hey,
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not like they played it
I'm-
in the Cape this summer.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a guy who put up crazy numbers for a program that puts up crazy numbers, and we're talking about the cadets of VMI. So I am gonna go with Bradley Garner.
No.
Bradley Garner. Yep.
I love this.
Another 700 slug second baseman, batting on nearly 400. With what VMI does, they steal bases. 23 stolen bases, a guy who doesn't strike out too often, a guy who walks more than he strikes out. Again, like there's a lot to love. Also from the state of Virginia, there's a lot of Virginia love in my lineup. But we're gonna go with Bradley Garner. He is gonna round out my infield, and we hit bombs. And he's also gonna steal. We don't need him to steal bases, but he's gonna do it anyways. He's gonna steal bases while everyone's trotting. He's gonna slide into second on the home run trot while the guy's going. So that's what we're going to be doing.
wow. Yeah.
I
I
love
mean,
that.
and 23 stolen bases might have been the least on the team last year compared to the rest of the guys on that team. So,
Oh yeah. I know, but you got to love it.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, man. Okay. Let's take a look here. Well,
That
you
was
know
a
what
wild
I'm gonna do?
move.
I'm going to go ahead and take the actual best relief pitcher in the country in Ricky Ojeda from UC
What are we
Irvine.
talking about?
He is tremendous. And the amount of wins he posted last year for that UCI team is crazy, and his ability to come in games. He would throw 4 or 5 innings like nothing and then be able to come back later in that weekend and still throw tremendous. He threw like 80-something innings last year as a relief guy. I love Ricky Ojeda. That's my guy, UC Irvine.
I love that pick. I really thought you were going to go with Magdalena, though, when you said that. I was hoping you would.
You guys are
I do
crazy.
love this pick. He was fantastic last year.
He was
You all
so
are
good.
throwing me off with your last 3 picks. I'm like, we've got 2 relievers and some guy I never heard of from Jason.
He shut down
So-
Oregon State for 4 innings and ended up winning that game. Like that's tremendous.
My guy hit 400 with a 700 slug at second base. Like if you haven't heard of him, you don't know ball. Let's just be honest.
I'm sorry I wasn't watching all of VMI games. Sorry, VMI.
Oh, and thank you for changing, and thank you for correctly spelling his name.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good God. This went off the rails real fast. But But Jason's got like 700 home runs already, so he's happy.
I mean, I feel like if I was looking at my lineup, I would also say it's gone off the rails because you're like, why didn't I draft like he did?
Am I up? Who's up?
Yeah, it's you, Jared.
Yeah, you got to double up.
I can't go. I can only go at one SEC guy, and I want like 3 SEC guys right now. So this is a smart rule to put into place. I completely forgot Becker didn't transfer, and I considered him in my head an SEC guy because I was like, oh, he went to Mississippi State. And I was like, oh, wait, no, he actually went back to Virginia. So that was a good pick.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want any more tips.
I'm looking at, do I want this guy or do I want this guy? Let's see. What did he do last year? I forgot. This is tough. This is the first time I'm stuck. How much time do I have left?
You got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Cool.
I made that up, by the way. So, but I feel like it's about 30 seconds.
It's probably about that.
I'm going to take the freshman out of Georgia Tech as my next pick, Alex Hernandez, second baseman. Yep.
Yeah.
16 home runs, 600 slug as a second baseman.
I screwed up. It took too many ACC players early. I wanted Alex bad.
Yeah.
I was going to sneak him in as my reliever.
I was going to try to make a sneaky play at second base.
Sneaky.
Because there is a 2027 guy who could sneak in there. Oh, so we got. Oh, Mark, you're good on SEC guys. That's smart. You waited, and now you can just like load up.
I got one left. Yeah, I got one left.
You got 2, don't you?
You got 2. Yeah, he's got 2. At least that's what I've counted. 6. Mark is at. No, he's got 7.
I got Chris. Yeah, I got Hakopian and Eddie Madrigal because he went.
Oh, I forgot Hakopian is.
Right.
And
That's
now
right.
Hakopian's
SEC.
also. Yeah.
All right. Next pick here. You guys got me all thrown off.
It's too bad.
We feel really bad for you. Let me tell you.
I don't even know what way to go here. God, I just don't know if I should take the guy from Kentucky.
That's unfortunate. Maybe you should think a little bit more on it.
Oh. Let's see. Should I just go? I'm going to go off of the rails here a little bit. I'm going to take a catcher out of Cincinnati, Jack Natilli.
Nice.
Yeah. I like
That's
that.
a great one. Yeah.
I thought about staying with the ACC, but looking at Natilli's numbers from Cincinnati, /338, 451, 556, 9 bombs, 53 RBIs. Sorry, Jason. I know he's not a double-digit home run guy, but still absolutely mashes.
All right.
We'll allow it.
I'm going to spell it right for you, too.
Thank you.
I'm speaking a guy that I'm not sure a lot of people have seen play ball this year from UNLV, transferred over to Arizona State. Dean Teogi. This guy can smash. He's a 20 home run guy, and he's coming over to Arizona State in a ballpark where you can hit 20 home runs by sneezing on a baseball. I'm very excited to see what he does at Arizona State. He's just boosting his profile, outfielder there. And he hit almost 400 last year, and he's going to a program where all they do is hit. So Arizona State, give me Dean. I think that he's going to have a massive season for Arizona State, and it fills up one of my Big 12 guys.
I think that's how you spell it. Tiogo, if I remember. He went to
Toigo.
Toigo. Yeah, I remember a lot of vowels.
Yes.
Okay. Lovely. I'm gonna. This feels like a punt because I really wanted to do pitchers at the end, but I really want to no, I'm not going to punt. I know exactly who I want to get because I only have one Big 12 guy. This guy was my preseason freshman player of the year last year. He didn't have exactly the season I thought he would, but he still put up crazy numbers for the frogs that are horny. and that's Noah Franco. I think he's going to go absolutely insane this year. So he's going to be my utility because he's a true utility. Like, what is this bullshit of putting Justin LeBron as your utility? Like, he's just another
What do you
shortstop.
want me to do? I can't put him at second.
I'm doing
That's fair.
true utility, and I am putting Mr. Franco there because he will be still chunking 95, 96 plus and hitting 15 bombs from the left side. You said your pitcher is going to hit bombs. It's Mr. Franco, and that's what we're doing.
He's
And
just
I
mad
gave him
because
the
he got Eric Becker instead of Justin LeBron as shortstop.
It's true. But I was
like
out of it.
that pick, though. He was
Fair complaint.
one of my 3 true utility players. So, and Alex Hernandez is already gone too. So there's still one left, but and I can't take him because he's a transferred ACC now.
Well, I've got plenty of Power 5 spots left, so I'm going to stick in the Power 5 here. We're going to go ACC. I'm taking light tower power. Give me a sophomore first baseman from Florida State, Miles Bailey.
Yeah,
19 bombs last year. Some crazy, crazy pop. Some of the best raw power that I saw last year. I mean, some of the home runs he hit were just ridiculous, especially as a freshman. So I'm feeling comfortable adding some more pop into the lineup there with him.
He's going to be that guy
when he hit in the ACC tournament. Didn't he go like 470 or something?
Yeah.
I remember he hit it like 117 or something. Something silly.
Yeah, he hit one that just flew out of that stadium.
Yeah.
He's going to be a great college player. Then he's going to get to pro ball and strike out 70% of the time.
Yes,
But it is, I mean, if he changes if he gets that approach to like a 40, 45 hit, like that dude's going to just mash in pro ball.
100%. I'm going to go back to the Big 12 here. I'm going to stick with the Arizona Wildcats, another young arm for them. Give me Smith Bailey.
Oh,
Rounded out his freshman year last year. I absolutely love the stuff on him. I watched him and Shriner super early in the year and was blown away with what he did, I believe, against Tennessee and his ability to just hang in against top competition at the very beginning of the year. And he did it all season, put up a 3.94 last year. 89 innings. I think he's just going to get better. I mean, he's got multiple pitches for strikes. Dude's just a competitor on the mound, and he's just going to keep getting better.
Shit.
yeah, that was a good one. That was
I don't like it. I hate it.
And that's my rotation. I
Yeah.
don't know if any other
Yeah.
of these lineups are going to score against me. So
Have you seen my? I go, we're gonna score. We're gonna score. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm not worried about it at all. But
Cuvée is going to strike out 50 times, but he might get into one.
No, he's not. Might get into one. Again, I'm gonna bring out my Miss Cleo card. When we talked about that, it was the Southern Miss Regional, and we were talking. It was like Southern Miss, Alabama, Miami, and I was like, well, you never know. Like Cuvée in that 1-0 game could hit a 3-run homer, and who knows? That's exactly what he did. I'm telling you, like, he does a lot more than strike out, Mr. Perkins. So you need to watch yourself because he's going to be putting up bombs for my team. I am stalling if you haven't already. That's exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to do this. Give me how much time do I have left? I need to know.
10 seconds.
That's a lie. That's such a
We
lie.
got plenty of time. We're deep into this. We only got 5 slots left. Like we're cruising into it. There's some tough choices to make.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, get off my back, everybody. Okay. Oh, good Lord. I don't have a Big Ten player. I feel like we've got enough. No, should I go back to the ACC? I do have another ACC pick. I got to do it. We're going back to the ACC. Your traditional ACC powerhouse, California. And with California, we're going to be going with Jacob French, one of the premier bats in the ACC last year. Hit nearly 400. Not much of a big bat. He's got a pretty low ISO, about like 160, 170. Only 4 bombs. He's going to look around at the rest of our lineup, and he's going to aspire and see greatness, and he's going to manifest that. into more home runs. But we don't really care because you know what he does? He gets on base. And so he's going to turn those solo dingers into 2-run dingers because he's going to be on first base or second base, preferably. So I'm feeling good about this pick. My traditional ACC powerhouse of California. I am going to round out my ACC, and I'm going to go Jacob French. And I am done with my hitters. We have a formidable lineup that will strike fear in the eyes of every pitcher.
It's a good.
I hope I
It's good.
took one of your picks. I hope I took one of your picks. That's my hope.
One of mine.
Anyone's. That's my hope.
Jacob French is a good one. Again, I'm out of ACC players, so couldn't steal any of mine. I got one that I don't think enough people are talking about who could sneak his way into the top 10 depending on his season. 6'5", Jackson Flora from UCSB. UC Santa Barbara, big right-handed guy. Great freshman season 2024. Was tremendous last season. Almost outshined Bremner in a lot of the season. Like he was that good this year. I don't know if people were really paying enough attention about him. Jackson Flora from UCSB, Santa Barbara, keep an eye on him. He could be the arm that raises to the top of the college arms this season. I really like what he brings to the table. Another big pitch mix kind of guy, 4 pitches for strikes. A lot like Dax Whitney, just doesn't get as much popularity because of where Oregon State finished this season. Jackson Flora is my guy. I'm taking him right now.
I dig it. The stuff's too good for him to not put up numbers like that.
Fastball is so good.
It's so good. And he
it's
right?
he
throws
was
so many strikes.
Yeah, he was in triple digits last year, and granted, he got hurt on some of them. It felt like some guys caught on. I don't know if it's a little bit flatter or what, but there were some games that I was surprising. Like when he got hit around, I always was surprised at it just because the stuff is so good and the fastball has so much life to it.
I think that they are going to move a little bit away from first pitch fastball, first pitch strike is what he really tried to attack hitters last year, which is good, get after guys. But that's where he got beat up by some guys that were really attacking that first pitch strike. So I agree, but I think that his stuff is so good. You could see him climb. He might be the biggest jump in college arms this year.
I like that pick. Am I up for 2 here?
Yes.
I'm going to go with my second mid-major, I guess. I'm going to take Ben Blair out of Liberty. Big Ben Blair fan. 3.67 ERA, struck out 94 batters in 83 innings last year. I think his freshman year, he was one of an all-freshman team as well, or even one of the All-American teams when he struck out 42 batters in 48 innings. This kid just keeps getting better. I think he's a top 30 pick in this draft. The stuff is just really, really, really good, and he kind of lives in the strike zone. And I'm a big fan of that guy. And then I have one more here. I guess I really wanted to take like Liam Peterson, but I'm running out of SEC guys, and there's like still 3 SEC guys I want to pick. Let's see. What do I got left here? I got a Big 12. Ooh. We all just gonna leave Tyler Bell hanging here? Like
we're gonna shit on for that, and rightfully so.
Yeah,
maybe the number 1 pick.
It's tough though when you're only allowed 3 shortstops. I have only one shortstop and 3 SEC players. Like you got to really start to limit those guys.
He's not even on my list of SEC guys I want, and I'm like, should I even leave him there? He's just hanging out.
Utility. Give him the utility spot. Shortstop's in the utility spot.
We're leaving him, and we're leaving
there are 2 Wildcats that I want to take, 2 of them, and I can't take either, and I'm kind of sad.
We're leaving him, and we're leaving the potential 1-1 of 2027 on the board too.
Yep.
He's just sitting there.
Yep.
That's it. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take Adrian Rodriguez out of Texas and put him in my utility.
That's fair. That's fair.
Am I freezing? I think I'm freezing.
No, you're good. So you're done with SEC, Jared. That's number 3. Want to make sure you've done.
Yep.
And selections, and that's 9. So what am I missing for you? I don't know. Someone help me out.
He's got 2 mid majors. If you don't have that,
No, I do have 2 mid majors. I've got 1 Big
Yeah.
12, 2 Big 10. Do you have 2 ACC? What am I missing?
no, he should have 9. That's right.
You sure? No, he's
Yeah.
got 10.
I got 10 picks. Yeah.
Yeah, he should have 10.
Yeah, I got 10.
Oh,
3,
I have
4,
no idea.
5. Yeah, I got.
Someone clean this up for me because I got 9 for everybody. But I think no, Jared's the only one with 10 picks. Jared's the only one with 10, which makes sense. So yeah, we should.
Yeah, Jared just got his 10th pick.
Yeah.
But you only have me down for 9 players.
Yeah. I don't know which one I'm missing. Help me out.
Strossnyder and Natilli are both Big 12.
Yep.
So I got 2 Big 12s.
Muchas gracias.
There it is.
I got you.
I was laughing. I'm like, I already have 10 picks. I have them all written. I haven't made my 10th pick that I'm going to take right now. Guy missed a lot of time last year, and I think that we're going to see him take a big step forward here for A&M. Another reason why this team could be better this season.
It's a good one.
Caden Sorrell. I think that he's going to be really good for this team. I think that he's going to come out and be tremendous. I know where you thought I was going to go.
I did. Thought they're going somewhere else there.
Going Caden Sorrell. He kind of fills out my outfield better than the possible third baseman that we were looking at, but I'm going to take Caden Sorrell.
You are out of SEC players. Now the only SEC Mark or Will, you're the only person who can take SEC players.
Have a good time, Will.
You thought this up.
Take your time with it. Be happy with it.
Hey, but you can't take Tyler Bell. So Tyler Bell is now officially will not be drafted, unfortunately.
Can't take a
Well, he does not play second base, so I can't.
He does not play second, and you already have your utility taken up by another shortstop.
Do you want to draft Tyler Bell and trade me Tyler Bell for Adrian Rodriguez? Because then you could have your second baseman, because Rodriguez did technically play games at second base.
It's tempting, but I think I like where I'm at. I like the amount of shortstops on my roster at the moment.
We can't leave. We gotta like make an exception here, and Tyler Bell cannot be not on somebody's roster. This is gonna look real bad.
We're gonna let me go back and talk about the players we had to leave off the roster because of the rules. Because people are gonna burn us. They're gonna be like, "This is terrible. You guys don't know what you're talking about."
If you allow me to slot him at second base, I'm more than happy to do so. But I have very
So
limited.
let's see if he actually. I doubt he did, but let me check. So we'll do players.
We didn't go into Gabe Gackle either.
I believe he
Yeah,
only
we didn't
played-
do. Yeah, we didn't do Gackle. We didn't do it. Yeah. No. So we want K. So that's him. We're gonna look at what games he played. Did you play second? He did not play second base. He didn't play a single game at second base.
That is
He played
unfortunate.
48 games at shortstop. Yeah, no. Yeah, he played every game at short, every single game.
Derek
think I would take
Curiel
the
not
blame
making
for
anybody's roster.
My first 2 picks were shortstops. I can't be the one to blame here.
Hey, I put in a guy who was seen as a first round draft pick, a year and a half ago, and I still think he could be. And I would have gone with an SEC player, but I was out at that time. So
We should have kept the SEC at 5.
no, boo.
This made it more
Boo.
challenging, honestly, to go 3 because then you have to really fill out your guys correctly how you want that roster. It did change it quite a bit. Even ACC, because you could have gone 5 ACC also.
Yeah. Well, Aiden Robbins is going to not be on a team. Joey Volchkel's not going to be on a team.
I can still take Aiden Robbins. I've got an outfield spot open.
Oh, you do? That's right. Okay.
I
Logan
could.
Hughes.
I don't know if I'm going
Hughes is
to.
out there.
Good.
Okay, this is one that people would have shit all over us if we didn't have, and I'm glad I haven't gone pitcher yet. It's me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, easy one. Ethan Norby, one of the top
Well wanted
pitchers
to.
at Eastern Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
really stood out amongst a really shitty Team USA. I don't know if y'all looked at any of those games in Japan. They got shit on.
They got smoked.
Ethan Norby was one of the only bright spots. Like Roch Cholowsky, for example, I think he went like 2 for 20. It was not a good showing for pretty much anyone in Japan. Really, shout out to Japanese baseball because they made Team USA look like not Team USA. So we'll go Ethan Norby. That feels like a big win for me and for baseball. I mean, really, if you think about it.
I think it.
I like that. I actually thought about taking him, but I ran out of mid-major spots far too early to do that. He did not make my team. I'm going to take up my last ACC spot since I don't have to worry about the SEC currently because all of you filled those out quick. I'm going to fill out my last outfield spot with Zion Rose from Louisville.
I like it.
I like
Put together
that.
a really good showing with Team USA. I was really impressed. Had a 948 OPS last year, 67 RBIs. Just a really big fan of his game on a Louisville team that was really solid last year. And I mean, based on what I saw on Team USA, I think he's just going to take another step forward this year. So I'm excited to watch him.
It's good
I
pick.
like that pick.
And to fill out my catcher spot, I'm going to go with a guy from the SEC that I think is going to take a huge step this year. I'm going to follow Jason's advice here and just pick a guy that gets on base. Give me Chase Fralick from Auburn, 426 on base percentage last year as a freshman. Put together a pretty okay summer in the Cape. I think the hit tool is there. I really like it, the plate discipline. He just hasn't quite tapped into any power yet. He put up 17 doubles last year. Auburn's a pretty hitter-friendly park. In fact, a very hitter-friendly park. So I'm curious to see if he can tap into the home runs a little bit more. He had 4 last year, 41 RBI, but he's one of those catchers right now that I'm really high on in terms of growth. I think he's just going to keep getting better for that 2027 class. So give me Chase Fralick at catcher.
Okay. That's it for you, correct? Will, you've got 2 picks left, so it's my turn.
Yep. I've got second base and third base left.
Okay. So I'm going to finish up my Big 12, and I'm going to go with, I think, with one of the most unheralded, I mean, not unheralded, clearly, because he was heralded, but just maybe not talked as much as he should be about relief pitchers out of the Arizona State Sun Devils. We're going to go with Cole Carlone. So you're talking about a guy. I think he had 86 strikeouts. I don't think I'm staring at it. Let me pretend like I'm pulling this number out of my head. 86 strikeouts in 54 innings. I mean, the guy, he had a 580 allowed OPS. He had a sub-1 whip. His fielding independent pitching was 2.46. Like, if you look at like every single kind of like upper level metric, this guy just dominated for Arizona State last year. So we're going to go Cole Carlone.
I dig it.
Well, you should dig it. He was one of the best relief pitchers in the country last year, sir. And I got him in round 12?
You did.
Yeah.
You didn't have to take Tony Pluta in like the second.
Or round 11. Round 11. Apologies.
I'll do that every time.
And if we, oh my God, that means we also, oh my God, the Texas reliever, Volantis.
Volantis.
Nobody took
yep.
Volantis.
He was on my list, but it was like I take Adrian Rodriguez, Tyler Bell, or
I didn't have
Volantis.
any SEC players.
The SEC. We only got 12 SEC players, guys. We got 12. 12 total is all we got out of all these players.
I know. I know what every single net. Like, how could you take Henry Ford over Volantis? Like, you could get another right fielder. You can't get I'm just forcing it so easily right now. But
I took Ben Blair, all right. So I guess
I did take Tenney. Relax, Longhorns. You guys are good. You'll be fine.
Oh, I love that.
All right, so I'm out of Big 12 now.
Oh, I already got my 2 picks locked in. I'm ready.
I got 3 picks left. 3 picks left.
Yeah, I think you're up now.
Yeah, I am gonna go with the guy who keeps given me hope that I think that he's going to have a massive season as my utility player from the University of Oregon, Dominic Hellman. This guy has some of the highest raw power in the country, and I love his swings. Big 6'6" kid. He even put on another 10 pounds of muscle. If you see him, he looks like he's a defensive lineman swinging a baseball bat, and he's going to be a big reason why Oregon has a chance of getting to Omaha this season. I like Dominic Hellman, University of Oregon.
Your first, well, yeah,
Yeah, my first Big
your
Ten
first
player.
Big Ten guy.
I know.
We Jared and I were talking, and we were talking about how Oregon's like their team just looks like football players. Like it was Mason Novell, and we were like, hey, if you what position like would your team be if like they were playing football? He's like, well, my sophomore year we had the starting middle linebacker on our team, so that guy probably was pretty good. And so yeah, they're just absolute physical freaks. Whoever their strength and conditioning coach is, he should get a raise.
Yeah, and talking to Waz, he says, I go out and I'm going to get big, tall, strong athletes. Look at the guys that they've had. And Jason Wrights, that guy was 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Well, but he was also 180 pounds.
Yeah, and they put on muscle on that kid. He was teeny when he got to campus, and they put on some muscle on him.
He went like what, 4th, 6th round, somewhere in that ballpark?
Middle rounds there, yeah.
But he was he was at St. Mary's too, wasn't he?
St. Mary's kid. Yep.
Yeah. So maybe that's why. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right.
With my first pick of this is the last swing. I'm going to take this guy as a reliever, Ryan Lynch out of North Carolina. Absolutely dominated on the bullpen. Became a starter at the end of the year. Will probably have a chance to start in the rotation, but had an incredible freshman year. I think he is just going to absolutely dominate for the Tar Heels next year. And getting to slide him in the reliever slot, pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's your last. Oh wait,
ACC, right? No,
I just put him for a Big Ten for some reason.
Yeah,
that's your second ACC. You're good.
Yeah. And then I was going to, let's see. Now I got to pick who I want out of this. Who was I looking at? I was looking at a starter. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's who I'm going to take. Out of Oregon State, Ethan Kleinschmidt, left-handed pitcher.
Team USA guy.
Yep. He's been pitching real well this summer. He had like 123 Ks or something like that, 91 innings. That kid, he got overlooked, I think, a ton because of Dax Whitney. He is incredibly good.
His freshman year.
Good for you, Jared.
His freshman year at LBC, the small community college, he had 109 strikeouts and 9 walks. So his walk to strikeout ratio is insane. Hides the ball well behind his back when he goes and throws. I mean, he's tough. He's a real tough lefty to come on. He's going Dax on Fridays, him on Saturdays, and then Wyatt Queen or Eric Segura on Sundays. Eric Segura is another top 3-4 rounds guy. Like the arms are unreal this year for Oregon State. But two Team USA guys.
Oh, and Jason, I hate to break it to you, but he's not Big Ten.
Still independent.
Oh, God. For some reason, I heard Oregon, and I was like, the Ducks are bit. And then I was like, wait, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm trying to type this while also trying to think of which pitcher to get at the end.
I think I got my Benny the Beaver up here. Yeah, I got my Benny Sailor Benny hat still.
And I think my rotation can compete with Wells, so now I'm happy.
Kleinschmidt was on my short list, but I wasn't sure if that was cheating if I took Whitney and Kleinschmidt. But I don't know.
It was down between Jackson Flora and Kleinschmidt for me, honestly, and I took the raw draft potential of Flora. I mean, I'm happy with Tommy Laporte, Jason DeCaro, and Jackson Flora. I'm happy with that 3. That's 3 Friday night guys. So
I left my outfield blank because there's 2 guys I love in the outfield, and they're still out there. So
it's on me. I'm taking a third baseman who was a little underrated and is probably going to move to shortstop at the next level in Roman Martin. He's just behind Roch Cholowsky, so he can't play shortstop. But he's a shortstop at heart. He's a really good hitter. Had a big season this year for UCLA. Going to be a reason why they get back to Omaha next season. Roman Martin, my third baseman.
Roman Martin. Can someone put that in there? I'm looking.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I got 2 pitchers left.
You just hate pitchers, don't you?
No, it's just there's so many pitchers. I was gonna wait till the end. I know one guy I want to take, but I think he'll be there later, so I don't want to take him too early. Give me a second.
I can't believe we had to leave ACC catchers Alex Sosa and Von Lackey on the board.
I thought about
Yeah.
going for Sosa.
Yeah,
I wanted Rose more, so
Yeah, I know. You had to go through. You had to pick out these conference guys. It was tough, but I was like, man, those are two dudes we left on the board. But what are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do?
I know. I look back at it, and I was torn between Natilli and Vaughn.
Yeah,
Vaughn is going to be the highest drafted catcher, but does that mean he's going to put up the best numbers? I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, I like Natilli.
Yeah.
I think that's a big pick. If Cincinnati gets to where they think they can be this year, I think he's going to be a big reason.
Yeah. Jason utilizing that 5-minute timer this round.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am indeed.
I guarantee nobody's stealing my last pick, so I'm happy.
I feel like this is a fun one, and I for some reason I thought one of you guys mentioned him, and I'm just reviewing the picks because I was like, didn't someone pick him? Cal Scolari? Did anyone pick him out of San Diego, USD? Okay, all right, okay, then that is who I'm gonna go with. Okay, so 70s pitched. He is a starter, so he only had 5 games started last year. 15 appearances, 77 Ks. He's got really good numbers, and I think he's going to continue kind of that upswing of USD pitching. They feel like they've just really been pumping out elite pitchers time and time again. I'm looking for a good mid-major to help out my starting rotation. I know the last guy I think it'll be a fun ending, but I wanted to go with a guy who, again, only allowed like a 647 OPS, got a good whip, 1.32, got a sub-4 FIP. Again, put up some really good numbers last year for USD. So, again, we're big fans of the Nevada players. Another guy out of Reno, Nevada, a big right-hander. We're going to go Cal Scolari.
I dig it. I love any Reno love. Here for it.
And I am now out of mid-majors.
I've got to round out my team right here. So we're going to start off with I actually am going to fill out all my SEC spots, despite the contrary to popular belief. I'm going to take Purdue transfer to South Carolina, Logan Suter. Put up some crazy numbers at Purdue last year, 15 bombs, 62 RBI, lots of power, well above a 1 dot in OPS. I think he's going to light South Carolina up. I think that's a really good transfer grab for them. They had one of the best classes in all of college baseball, and feels like a steal to get him this late for me just scrambling for position. So glad I could use that last SEC spot, third base.
Okay. Did he play third? He was the first baseman, right?
According to those, he was first and third base.
Okay.
You can fact check me, but that is
no fact check needed. I had him listed as a first baseman in my review, but I like that pick a lot. I think that's a really good pickup.
And to round out, this was by far the hardest pick I had to figure out, mostly because there was conference limits and I had to find a second baseman, which was not easy. So I'm just going to go vibes guy here because I have no TCU Horned Frogs on my team. Give me Cole Kramer. He's back for what appears to be like his 10th year. Just feels like a good vibes guy to round out this team. Not a lot of power production, but still had 43 RBI last year. Just a good contributor towards the bottom of the lineup and plays a good second base. So give me Cole Kramer to round out the squad.
Chris Rembert falls victim to the SEC limits.
Oops.
And a second baseman.
He's like one of the best second basemen in college baseball.
Yeah. Auburn, again, sorry, War Eagle. He's really good. I mean,
Derek Carrell hit like 400 as a freshman. No one wanted him.
Cleaver is one of the best returning starters. Cleaver and Bell were the 2 Wildcats that I wanted. And then again, I only took one hog, but we already talked about Gackle. You could also talk about a few others, but
Yeah, Liam Peterson didn't even get taken, and he's like the best
I
arm
like to make
outside
it
of Flukey.
interesting.
yeah,
I want people to talk about my team. Maybe not in a positive light, but I want them talking.
are the two USA national catchers? Neither were taken.
Neither one taken.
Neither. Yeah. Helfrich wasn't taken either. So.
Well, Mark's got a
I
chance.
guess, no, Mark's got 3 SEC. So
I can't take any ACC or SEC player.
Yeah.
What, Von Lackey's not going to...
I can't take. That's what I said. I can't take Von Lackey or Alex Sosa. I can't take either one of them with my last pick.
I'm regretting my Natilli pick, just the fact that Von's getting left off our roster.
I had a Big 12 spot left for Natilli, and then you took him. I was like, wow, that was before I thought I was going to be able to sneak him in as my catcher.
Who are you going with that catcher?
Is it my pick?
Hunter
It's
Carnes
mine,
is
I think.
Jesus.
Yeah,
right?
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm going with the guy that's close to my
Wait.
heart.
I think it's
Oh,
mine.
Jason?
It's mine. Yeah, because Will.
Oh, yeah.
Jason's got his pick of Braves. Yeah.
Are you gonna take a Big Ten? Can you please take a Big Ten player?
I am. I have to. I have to actually.
You don't have a choice.
No one left.
Take one.
Hey, a lot of Big Ten love over here. A lot of Big Ten love. So this is a guy who, the last 3 weeks of the portal, we had agents. We had about 5 to 7 coaches constantly calling about this guy, Logan Redeman. So he's another San Diego guy. He's going to be going to UCLA. I think he's going to put up some pretty crazy numbers. There was an SEC team that didn't get him, that was fighting very hard to get him, that said, hey, this guy, he's the top of our board. I don't know what has happened to UCLA's NIL, but it's gone a little crazy because not only did they get Redeman, word is coming out that the high schooler that they got, Hernandez,
Cervantes.
Well, he's the pitcher, right?
Yeah.
turned down north of $2.5 million.
Yeah.
Absolutely bananas. I don't know what's going on with the NIL over there. Way to go, Bruins. But it feels like it's going a little crazy. So give me, I think, one of the sleepers for next year, and Logan Redeman, because the amount of coaches that were calling and asking about him near the tail end of the portal season was bananas.
I'm just going to go with that Cervantes really wanted to go to school. Who doesn't like an education?
I think he felt snubbed that he didn't get a first round grade. He wanted to be a first rounder so bad. And
he was top.
Yeah,
I want to say he was like top 40 on our board.
Yeah.
I was told by an agent he turned down north of $2.5 million. So you could have told me I was
didn't he? Or close to it?
Man. I don't know. I would have to assume so. If you didn't offer Dax north of $2.5 million out of high school, you weren't doing your job well.
I heard the number was 1.8, but
that's what I thought too. I thought it was sub 2.
That's crazy. That's so like
he's like a 1-1 now in 27.
He's the 1-1 in 27.
Yeah, you're going way.
I mean, the guy was literally pumping like 96, 97, like day one with like a 20+ inch IVB. It's like I don't see how you don't. I mean, I know he's got a funky release, and but it feels like funky release is like in right now. Like I don't know.
And he's living in the strike zone.
He throws breaking balls for strikes in college.
18.
Yeah, 18-year-old just striking out Louisville players left and right.
There's a few guys. Wiggins for Arkansas. He's a guy that unfortunately he got Tommy John, who you won't really see, but he threw the fastest pitch in the SEC last year at like 102.4, and he had an 80% whiff rate on his slider. Yeah. Like he was another guy where it was like, how in the world did this guy make it to campus? And I feel pretty bad for him because I think he got TJ with the brace, so I think he's sitting, and he's a draft eligible sophomore. So I don't know if he kind of tries to see if he can get that $1.5 million without really ever playing. Kind of like the Connor Prelip, from Alabama, like 3-4 years ago, kind of in that same mold. But I don't know. There were a few guys that made it to campus, and it was like, what was going on in the back end with some of these contract negotiations.
Yeah. So I got catcher left.
That's old enough for you, Jared and Mark.
What? Yeah.
Hopefully, I stalled enough for you.
No, I had two guys that I was really coming down to with my catcher. My heart wanted to go Jack Quinlan from Army. He was on the Buster Posey list last year. Tremendous defensively guy. Would have fit well with my team. But I'm going to go with another Oregon Duck who had a huge freshman season coming in.
Ooh, I
Was
like
not
this
expected
pick.
to start, and he had to play a lot because Chase Magers, who had a huge Cape Cod, got hurt early. Berkeley Mabius, man, that guy is 6'4", another Nevada kid, Henderson this time, but bringing in another huge left-handed swing catcher. He's going to have a massive season for Oregon this year.
Henderson doesn't count. It's not a real part of Nevada. No one likes the South.
How do you spell his name? I am so bad at spelling. You're going to have to help me out on this one.
Burke-Lee. And then
Dash
maybe it's
L-E-E?
Lee. Yep. And then maybe it's his Mabeus.
Okay.
Oh, it's like Berkeley. I thought it was like
I know,
Cal Berkeley.
like
I was
Cal
like,
Berkeley.
wait.
Mhm. Yeah, Berkeley. Burke-Lee. 6'4". He's gonna be
That's
I already know how I'm running out mine.
That's such a crazy pick, but I'm loving it.
We leave two Team USA catchers on the board, but I'm taking freshman Berkeley.
Bad 257 with 2 bombs, like sub 800 OPS.
Who needs
we
Von
got-
Lackey? Come on.
Yeah.
We got Berkeley.
Who needs Vaughn?
I'm going to round mine out with a guy who's going to follow Hollis Porter and hit 25 bombs at Texas Tech. Logan Hughes.
Okay.
This is the guy who's not talked about enough in college baseball. Slash 327, 411, 697, 13 doubles, 19 bombs, 4 triples, 58 RBIs. This guy, I think, in my opinion, has a chance to be a top 25 pick in MLB draft. I think he's on like the cusp of it right now, but no one talks about this kid. The bat to ball skills are incredible. He might be one of the best hitters in the country that just no one is really talking about. So I'm taking Logan Hughes. The fact that he's like Mr. Irrelevant in the last pick of this draft is insanity. But we also don't have like 17 SEC guys who are like first rounders taken off the board either. So there we go.
That's all we got. That's the draft. I think we got to come up with some graphics. We got to allow the people to vote on whose team is the best. And
we took all future picks. We didn't take anybody from last year.
Nobody came. Yeah, we scrapped that rule. That was a good
decision. We got rid of that rule
right?
early. We all just did it on our own accord.
I almost was like, maybe I'll take Kate Anderson with my last SEC pick just to do it.
Deep in the draft just to mess with us after we've already taken all the guys.
I almost feel like we need crud. Almost like hey, we should have like an honorable mention draft, but that may be even worse. Give someone like you made Tyler Bell honorable mention.
I don't know if that'll go over well. Second team, Tyler Bell.
Second team all.
Literally, we have him really 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd have him best shortstop. I mean, there's a very strong argument for him to be like the number.
We're gonna
one
have multiple
player.
All-Americans not on any team.
Hey, I got Bradley Garner at second base from VMI. He's gonna tear it up. And I mean, Will, you've got this chump like Roch Cholowsky. Like, I mean, that guy. Like, I don't know.
Hey, I can put him in the utility spot. I can bump.
Oh, that's right. He can ride the pine.
I feel less bad about it because I took like a potential number 1 overall for 27 and Adrian Rodriguez instead of Tyler Bell. So at least I have an excuse because it was like my last SEC pick. Which makes me regret my Brandon Lawson pick.
I got the best excuse in there because I took 2 shortstops to start the entire thing. So I just crossed it off immediately.
If you're getting LeBron and Cholowsky, I mean,
he was never going to be on my team.
Yeah.
Although there could be an argument that Bell could be better than LeBron. So.
Oh, for sure. I would make that argument right now.
Yeah.
I just want to point out I'm the only individual who had a true utility player. I just want to throw that out there.
I got Dominic Hellman. He's DH.
No, like a hitter pitcher.
Yeah. Adrian Rodriguez did play
we should have gotten spicy with it and included a 2-way.
Alex Hernandez. Yeah, you
Two-way would have made it hard.
Alex Hernandez is a true utility player.
Yeah. See,
Noah Franco. Ethan
Cole
Hedges was my
Scolari.
third guy, by the way. Ethan Hedges was my third guy on the list, but I was out of ACC players. So I couldn't take him, even though last year he was Big Ten. I wanted to take him on the ACC this year, but you can't take him. I was out.
I'm gonna get shit on so hard with some of my picks, but I'm okay with that.
I'm
know,
not gonna
Brian.
lie.
For home runs. If you made it this far in the show, he's going for home runs, and that's it. So
your ace is Ethan Norby, which is
Which is a phenomenal ace.
he's good, but
He was the ace for Team USA.
He's good, but
it's a pitching staff.
honestly, the fact that I got him there, I thought he was my steal. And honestly, I think Logan Redmond's a steal as well. Cal Scolari may be the one people are like, come again. So yeah, I got two USD pitchers.
Redmond's a good one. I mean,
a little bit of my downfall.
Yeah, I think people are underplaying Redmond for you because that's a good addition. That's
I'm telling you, we had 3 Big 12 schools, 2 SEC schools that were basically saying like what's his top 5? What's his top 5? And it was pretty crazy because he and Volchko did things like super professionally. Like, hey, like I'm gonna do my virtual visits, I'm gonna do my visits, I'm gonna do all, and just like nothing publicly. I remember an outlet came out with like a Volchko top 4 like a week before he committed. And I reached out to an individual because we had been discussing Volchko, and that outlet's top 4, literally there wasn't a single team in his top 5 at the moment. And I was like, whatever he's doing right, because nobody knows where this guy is thinking about going.
Crazy.
Well, that's all we got. We've rambled on long enough about how many players we didn't take. We're gonna have everyone vote on whose team is the best. Hopefully,
Can't wait to send these graphics.
Oh, I'm so excited for these to get put out. I just can't wait to click on the poll and see what percentage who got what. I've got big expectations for this. I'm really excited. This is a really fun exercise. This is a really fun episode in general. Mark, just one of first of many that you're going to be on. I'm super stoked to have you on the team and have you on the podcast as well, Jason, as always. And,
Jason, you suck, but it's like Jason, as always.
I can't wait until Arkansas. I've never closed the show. I don't remember how we closed the show. I only remember the intro.
Bye.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna get shit on also for the Micah New because I think I took Micah New before Tyler Bell. I still had an SEC, and I didn't have a shortstop at that point either. So I definitely like went deer in headlights and just went for a Razorback. Let's just be honest.
I can't believe
you got it.
Hog. Like, yeah. Don't clip that one, Jared. Oh God. Yeah.
I'm just gonna have that as like a GIF. You just going hog over and over again.
It's basically like does not compute. Pick Fayetteville.
Was it like Baseball is Dead? They have all the sound effects. I'm just gonna make that one of the sound effects for our board.
Let's get a soundboard for this season.
Yeah.
We're getting a full soundboard for the year.
I love it. Let's do it.
We're going all out in production.
How much does
sure
soundboards cost? I'll
us.
get one.
Don't tempt me. Yeah. Be sure you're subscribed to the podcast on wherever you're listening to. YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter @OnTheClock and Instagram. Be sure you like and rate the show, whatever you feel it deserves, because it helps us get to as many people as possible and keep spreading the good word on college baseball. So we'll see you next time.